I've wanted to make a video like this for a very long time, and I think now is the time to do it so we can get as many men as possible on the right track. Now, for over 2 months, this channel has been slowed down significantly and basically unable to grow at the pace we were at a few months ago. It is what it is. It's not our platform, so that's just part of the game we must overcome. I say that to tell you that I'm grateful and I appreciate all the support we've been getting lately from you guys who still stick around for this message. With that said, I've been doing you guys a disservice by not holding men accountable and getting you guys on the right track, besides warning you about XXs and telling you guys not to date them. The truth is that is not a long-term strategy for most men, because I know for a fact that most of you watching this video want to beat up some wet vice grip, and telling you not to date and go into relationships just isn't enough. I respect any man who believes in going their own way and leaving the plantation. I am doing the same thing at the moment because I'm trying to build, so I'm not going to attack or ridicule you guys for choosing to do what I'm doing. However, the truth is this: for most men, going your own way should be a temporary thing that you do to build and heal yourself from any traumatic experiences in your personal life or with women. Then you should eventually evolve into another philosophy, like the free agent lifestyle that involves getting some booty without a commitment. I know you guys don't want to hear it because modern XXs are trashy and dating is dead. I get it. I am of the same opinion as you, but even I know that for most of you watching this video, it's unrealistic to go decades and not want any peace sleeve. Most of you will want to feel a woman riding on your battering ram until you bust, so don't lie to yourselves. You want to be digging and stroking some wet vice grip until you roar like the warrior you are. Come on, gents, I love going my own way, but it's time we come back to earth and acknowledge that we will want some booty. I remember when I was starved in my last relationship, and trust me, you guys would look at me and say, "Yeah, that brother's starving," with how down bad I was. For me, at that phase of my life, booty was more important than eating food, and booty was more important than drinking water. I literally begged my ex to let me just put in a tip, and I still remember how she walked away in disgust. I'm not proud of it, but I was a big monkey simp that just wanted some wet vice grip, and my ex used that against me to get what she wanted and ultimately threw me away like some used rubber. That went on for 2 years in my relationship, so I know how thirsty men can get if they don't get to bust that nut inside of a woman and release all the pent-up stress and frustration. They're carrying on their backs. Make no mistake, jagging off is cool and you get a temporary release, but your hand cannot compete with the grip of that wet vice, brothers, and that's the truth that I want you to admit, not to me, but to yourselves. I know you guys want to hold on to going your own way because you see all the benefits it brings. Primarily, the most important thing that men get from going their own way is their peace, quiet, and freedom, which is priceless and invaluable, but not getting some booty can lead you down a dark path that I don't want you guys to end up. Let me explain why I arrived at this conclusion, and I'll back it up with something that all of you can relate to. See, I read a lot of the comments and I'll respond to a lot of the comments also, and every now and then, I see someone write that maybe they should go to another ninja or transformer instead of a woman due to how risky it has become. Now, I have no feelings on that topic, so it's not something I care to entertain. I just don't want those people too close to me because I have to protect my booty. But I have spoken cordially to people batting on that side of the fence as long as they didn't bring any funny business to me. So I have no problem if a man wants to transform or bat for another team. I just won't be close friends with you, but we can have a beer and talk about anything except dating and relationships and we'll be good. With that said, if you're watching this and you want to date a ninja or a transformer, then you do you, I really don't care. Live your life and do your thing and make sure to protect yourself. However, if you are a man that isn't into that alternative lifestyle, and the only reason why you are thinking of going over there is because you starved yourself of peace sleeve and you want nothing to do with women because of all the BS that they bring, then we have a problem. I know that this is only a tiny percentage of men, but we can't have men doing stuff like that because of a lifestyle choice they made that is supposed to help them. And I'm not blaming the movement or saying men are going to alternative lifestyles because of the movement. I'm saying we need to make it clear to men that it's ought to break away from going your own way to get some peace leave every now and then. As you know, I don't believe in dating, relationships, or marriage at all. I've told you guys many times that it's best to leave dating and relationships alone, especially in this economy, but I never said don't go and get some wet vice grip. See, I'm a warrior and I go and get some booty every now and then and go back to doing whatever the hell I want. I don't say to myself, for the rest of my life, I will never go betwixt a woman's legs again. I know myself, and I know it's not healthy to completely abandon peace leave, and if you are a guy that can do that, then more power to you, brother. I know that many other men and I can't go 10, 20, 30, 11 years without some booty, and as such, I want you guys to go and get you some peace sleeve and not feel guilty or like you're letting down men or yourself. It's how you go about getting some stank that we must discuss. But before I dive into that, the first thing you must do is hit the like button and get this video to 500 likes. The second thing that you must do is reflect on what men in prison do who have no option of getting some wet vice grip, and tell me if it's not the same mindset as the men who say that maybe another ninja or T-boy over in Thailand will do. The only difference is one is a physical prison, while the next is a mental prison, but both men arrived at the same conclusion out of necessity to bust that nasty nut. That is why I want all of you to, at the very least, add getting some peace sleeve as an option, even if you are a strong supporter and believer in going your own way. I know you guys are stuck in your ways, but we can't have men feeling hopeless and desperate to bust a nut out here in these streets. And before the old heads start talking about how they have control and don't need sex, well, I want you to remember the young men who haven't eaten too much soy still have testosterone coursing through their veins, and they don't have as much control as you do because their little head is outthinking the big head right now, so they need to get that release inside a woman. We don't want young men to feel hopeless or so fearful of getting some peace sleeve that they start reading Rainbow instead. That defeats the purpose of helping men. We want to provide men with as many options as possible and help them make the best decisions for themselves. That is what must be done. The name of the game in 2023 should be Leverage and Options. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams and the free agents. With that said, I have already clarified that this is not an attack on men going their own way or accusing the movement, so don't come into the comment section with the BS. If you want to stop banging peace sleeve, no problem with me, just make sure you can handle going decades without any stank and do your thing. But for the men who know they want the benefits of going their own way and also to go the route of being a booty warrior, let's give you guys some options so you can make the best possible decision. Suppose you want to go your own way and get some booty. In that case, the free agent lifestyle is basically the benefits of going your own way, combined with having the leverage and options of beating up some wet vice grip and living the best life you want for yourself outside the context of a relationship or marriage. You would basically start prioritizing and focusing on yourself. That way you can build up your money to reach the point where you have the leverage and options to travel, do what you want, buy what you want, and then decide to get into a relationship or remain single and get the women you want. I summarized it, but that is basically the free agent lifestyle in a nutshell. So if you are a man who wants to be single and free, but is getting peace sleeve as an option, then just become a free agent. If you want more information, then type in free agent lifestyle in the YouTube search bar and you'll find the official YouTube channel. Alright, what if you still wanted to go your own way, but loosen up the rules a little bit and invite women into the bedroom without the possibility of a relationship or marriage? Well, I suggest you go to the Soul Society and sign up for a subscription girlfriend plan. Now, what do I mean by the Soul Society and subscription girlfriend? They are just code language for sugar daddy apps, compensate for fun, and a woman you are in a relationship with where you pay her to leave. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So imagine you have a girlfriend you meet at a hotel to have some fun with, and at the end of it, you give her some money to help with her rent and bills until you see her again. Or you meet up with another girlfriend and basically pay her to leave after you've mated. I know you guys get what I'm saying by now, but make sure you protect yourself. Don't invite strangers to your home. Always meet in public first for a cheap date and vet to see if the person is sane or has ill intentions like setting men to delete or rob you. Never discuss anything money related on the sugar daddy app. Always wear a rubber and have fun at a hotel or motel to be safe. Don't give them your address if you are willing to take the risk and bring them to your home. Go meet them and make the drive seem longer than it actually is by circling around your community a couple of times, and always have cameras set up around and in your house, especially the bedroom. Tell them they are being recorded and make sure you take their cell phones away after they lock them off and lock all your doors. If I missed anything, use your judgment and do anything necessary to protect yourself within the law. After you're done, ensure that you aftercare these women, give them their rent money and see to it that they reach home safely, even if you have to drop them off at their destination and get a text confirmation that they had a good time. If you do that, you have a high likelihood of not getting into any problems at all. Make sure you meet and vet them in person first to see if they qualify to be your subscription girlfriend, and then you can apply all the other tips to protect yourself. Also, make sure you pace yourself so you don't go broke over some wet vice grip. Besides the Soul Society, you can join the Passport Gang and go overseas to third world countries and have your fun with women overseas, or you can flip a coin on dating and relationships and risk getting ran over by delusional XXs and 304s. I don't care which strategy you choose as long as you don't waste your money dating 304s, going into a relationship, marrying a chick, or getting a woman pregnant. If you can avoid all those traps and get some booty on the side, then do whatever you want. Remember that this is your one life, so don't waste it or flush it down the toilet for a woman. The best thing you will ever do in this modern time with how these women are acting is to choose a life over a wife. Do not commit, do not give up your resources, and do not allow these people to use you to level up and get the bag. From now on, I'll give you guys all the strategies to deal with XXs, even if you want a relationship, so you don't fall for their traps. As long as you don't enter a relationship, cohabitate, or get married, you'll be good for the most part. On the screen is our Season 7 videos that will help you to learn about modern XXs, so click the video on the screen right now to get this information.